Hello Dnation and welcome back. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you a step-by-step process of how I planned and custom built my Deadpool display cabinet. It wasn't an easy task, so stay tuned and let's get started. Everything I built and that looks good today started off with the basic plan. So as you see, this was a random thought that dawned on me one day while I was on the treadmill burning some calories. I picked up my phone and started off with a rough sketch of the ideas and plans that were in my head. And looking at this today still takes me back. Well, planning is one thing, but getting it done was another task to reckon with. Based on the drawings I did, I made further detailed plans as to all the rough materials I would require, and I looked around and got myself a couple of sheets of 1-inch plywood to get started. I guess you noticed by now that these are static images, but at that time I built this display case. I had no idea that I would be starting a YouTube channel for my motorcycles and my action figure collection. But however, I had a series of pictures that I clicked, so I thought to myself, least let me share these with my Dnation family. So here we are. So once upon a time, based on the list of things I required, I went out on one fine Saturday morning and scoped out all the places where I could get myself some wood. And that's no pun intended. And so I finally ended up getting what I needed and cut up the pieces of wood based on the measurements that my plan required. I boxed them together with wood glue and more than a dozen half-inch flathead nails and made the raw wood look beautiful by fabricating it further by gluing white pieces of tabletop mica that I measured according to the size of the wood. I was happy as this was one step closer to my vision coming true. Now as you can see, the four corners were braced by a strong backboard to hold them together, and hence was born the background of my Deadpool display case. I took a break because I was working all day on this, and moreover to let this amazing structure strengthen and bond overnight and get stronger. Key point here being, never rush a project no matter how badly you want to complete it and see it done. So the next beautiful morning, I woke up with loads of ideas to make this display not only look strong but also elegant as well. So I made a trip to the hardware store and got myself more than a dozen D-clamps that I used to hold glass shelves in place. With precise measurements and calculation, I drilled them into the sides of the frame. My oh my, I thought to myself, this is indeed gonna turn out way better than my rough sketches of my plans. With that being said, I took a break to hydrate, and while I was doing so, I took measurements for all the glass that I would require. And at this moment is when I called on one of my best friends who was ever ready to support me with this project and accompanied me to get what I needed and knock this one out of the park. Thanks for the slap, my friend. Well, with that being said, we got back home, and the fun part was we managed to get all these pieces of fragile glass on a motorcycle, which was a feat on its own. But yeah, we did it successfully. As you can see, I arranged all the glass shelves in their respective places. It was that moment that I felt that all this effort and time and money spent was not going to go in vain. This was the part that gave me the jitters, placing that 6 by 2 feet long glass door in place. This is where it seemed that I needed the help of the mighty ants. Who is my brother, by the way? So moving on, I measured twice and drilled the glass swing arm door clamps in place, and with a lot of help we placed that glass door within their slots and screwed them in and glued them for a bit more safety measures. Should admit, this venture ended successfully without a flaw. This is when I felt the feeling of feeling really good. I placed her in a respective place. I planned her to always be right from the time I started this project. But I didn't want to leave her alone, as it was her first night into this world to serve the purpose she was built for. I seen my vision come to reality, so I placed a few collectibles where I imagined them to be. And on the 7th day, behold, there was light. I guess this is too dramatic. Well, I just installed white LED strip lighting with anti-glare casing that prevents the light from hurting one's eye while enjoying the contents of this beautiful creation that was going to house my one-of-a-kind Deadpool action figure collection along with my unique 1/12 scale diecast motorcycle collection. Now let's take a look at the final product, my rough drawings coming to reality. I just sat back and admired it like I never admired anything before, as I thought to myself, every minute of agony, sacrifice, planning and the pain I went through and every rupee I invested in building was worth it, and I wanted to share this experience with my Dnation family, so let's take a look at it. These are the permanent residents of Suite 1 of the Deadpool mansion. Suite 2 is occupied by Lady Deadpool majestically sitting on her ATV with a collection of 1/12 scale red and black theme motorcycles. And a tip-off, she will be sharing the space with someone special pretty soon, so stay tuned. Suite 3 is housed by a couple of 1/6 scale mercenaries with a mouth, along with a collection of 1/12 scale red and black theme motorcycles. Guess they've got this place to handle their business. Mr. and Mrs. Boxer and Gwenpool occupy Suite 4, where they chill out on their revolving display stand clicking selfies that placed amidst their custom-made living room cum armory. Ready for fun and a lot more ready for war, I would say. And finally, Suite 5 is the big boy suite that is occupied by two 1/12 scale Deadpool bad boys, along with Mr. Headpool and their fancy props. Well, that's a gist of the Deadpool Mansion Suite lineup. Well, here are a few shots of the Deadpool Mansion at a glance. I hope you like it. Well, I know this would be an unfair experience if I just let you go with just pictures. So Dnation family, introducing to you for the first time, the Dnation Deadpool Mansion. Check it out and I hope you enjoy it. Well, this brings us to the end of this beautiful Deadpool tale. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a massive thumbs up and share it. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button if this is your first time here. And also don't forget to click that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming episodes. If you care to share your views and thoughts on this topic, please do drop a comment below. Stay tuned for episode 2 coming soon, where I will be discussing the contents of each Deadpool mansion suite in detail. Well, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.